Reflecting on the SIOP video, I realized that I put a lot more changes into my second video that I didn't have in my first video, and that being the indicators for the ELLs. So I made sure to explain why I was grouping the students the way that I was grouping them according to the strategy and how that was beneficial. And along with that, I realized that assessing the ELLs helped me meet their needs a little bit better. One of the students struggled greatly with grammar, so I made sure to use proper grammar in my speech and be very conscious of that, as well as pairing them with other students who are very strong in grammar. And in pronunciation, I made sure to slow down my speech and to enunciate properly and to just be a very good example for the ELLs. And I think the feedback is very valuable because we're up there teaching all the time, and it's very valuable to get feedback from teachers and peers and everyone else because they notice things that I might not necessarily notice. And that's all. This was very beneficial.
Wampanoag Indians. Does that sound familiar? Give me a thumbs up if that name sounds familiar. Wow, a lot of us already know. Okay, we're going to be making inferences about Wampanoag Indians according to the text. So we know what Wampanoag Indians are. I'm wondering what an inference is. That's a big word. We're going to make inferences about Wampanoag Indians according to the text. We're looking into the future. What is that called? It starts with a P. For a P word, yes? P. Prediction? Predict. Starts with a B. Background knowledge. Background knowledge. Predicting why or how something's happening using context clues or observations and our own background knowledge. A lot of background knowledge already. So this is going to help us infer or to make predictions about the Wampanoag Indians and Thanksgiving. Because 5 questions in this can. So each group will get a question, and so you'll draw the question out, and then you will, with your group, work together to answer that question, just that question, and then one person, so the speaker in each group, or the answer that the entire group came up with. So are we just coming up with our own individual answers? Or no, we're coming up with an answer as a group. That's why we're all in groups, we'll work together, and at the end, we'll share our answers with the class. So you are going to be an expert on your question. Your group is going to be an expert on your question. How did the Wampanoag Indians help the Pilgrims? Cite evidence from the text. Looking for the quietest table. This table looks so eager. Get your question. We're only writing the answer to our question on the big sheet of paper we have. The slip is just to show you what question you have and to match it up. So we're only writing on the big sheet of paper. We're discussing with our group before we write anything.
It does say behind the 10 or story or represented a person's family.
What group has number 1? Let me see your signal. Signaler? Okay. How did the Wampanoag Indians help the Pilgrims? Cite evidence from the text. So what did we come up with?
The Wampanoag Indians helped the Pilgrims by surviving through the first winter. For example, like adding fertilizer when planting and showing them the best places to hunt and fish and bringing them food for Thanksgiving.
Wow, that's a very detailed answer. So we could say, let's start the text. The Wampanoag Indians helped the Pilgrims survive the first winter. That's what I'm going to put. That's what stuck with me after what he said. So just survive the first winter.